Okay, everyone, we are now starting officially in our little Sonic block. First we had the Smash block, now we have the Sonic block. Opening up the Sonic block will be Speedbreaker 55 with Sonic Colors for the Nintendo DS.
Sonic Colors DS. This is the third game of the Sonic Rush trilogy, and today we're going to be doing an intermediary between 80% and all red rings. I'm not sure what's happened there. Also think I'm hearing myself double. Can we go to intermission, please? Oh, you mean on my live? Right, give me 2 seconds. Yeah. Okay, gonna put this on there now.
Okay,
Right,
testing
found it.
1, 2, 3. Okay, now it's there. Okay, now officially introduce yourself, introduce the one, tell me when to start the time.
Okay, so this is Sonic Colors DS, the third game of the Sonic Rush trilogy, and today will be an intermediary between any percent and 100%, because we'll be on the same start as finish as any percent. The only difference is we'll be collecting every red ring in between. We've got a counter on the right showing that there are 96 red rings. Since this will be a fresh file, we officially have 0 out of 96. There's 96 rather than 180 in the Wii version, but I assure you there's just as much, if not even more, action in this version than there is in the Wii version. Plus, over here, we'll be seeing quite a bit of the other characters rather than just Sonic and Tails. Okay, so the other two games do not have red rings, but this one does, which makes it stand out in terms of collectibles. Okay, so over here, the time will begin after I press play game after this title screen. The time will stop after the final score screen disappears after I defeat the final boss. The same start and finish as any percent, only will have every single red ring in the game. Right, so let's dive in. Not started yet. I count down from 3. Starting from 3, 2, 1, go. Right, and we're off. So Tails gives a little tutorial talk and then we're off. So right here, We start off with Boostless Sonic. So the classic fans, this one's for you. Right now, we're jumping down slopes rather than just normal run. That gives us a much greater speed than the normal run. Also, if you notice, the after images happen when you get past a certain speed and your speed cap is increased. Right here, we're going to get our first red ring, and that is going to be right here. And that's the third one in this level. So probably wondering about the first and second one. And we actually have to come back here for, at least for the second one. The second red ring, you need to unlock a wisp in order to get it. So this is the best we're going to get. Right, so we have 2 red rings. There, update the counter. Also, chat, do remind me if I do forget to update it. Right, nice, 124, here we go. Oh yeah, also thank you Water Bills for the good luck. We now move on to Act 2, and here's where we unlock an important skill, and that is Boost. That's going to be very useful to us for the rest of the game. Then we're getting through this Ferris wheel. So, like with Act 2, we'll be redoing this level 2. The reason being is that the second one is so high that you need to unlock the burst wisp in order to get it. And it's the only one that we can't get early. Right here, we just get the first, third, and fourth red rings. The fifth one can be got with the reverse boost jump, but there's no point getting it now since we can't get the second one. Hey. Right, so that's 3 red rings we got, so now up to 5. Okay, so now over here we face our first boss. Globotron. The burst wisp is available for this boss, but we haven't unlocked it yet, so we have no access to it now. So we just have normal attacks and boosts. Just like that, we get double hits, and we get final double hit, and we finish. Or try to, anyway. But that part is about placement. So bosses are the only thing that stay exactly the same, because there are no red rings attached to them. Okay, so next we're going to go to Sweet Mountain. And this is the first time we're going to be actively collecting all the red rings. Because over here, all of them are possible. There is one in both acts that normally require a later wisp, which is Void. But we found a way to skip its requirements for both of the red rings. Okay, let's see if we get this shortcut. Right, nice, we got it. So that damage boost allows us to get up there without the use of any power-ups. Right, we're out of boost. Right, so here we're going to see our first use of burst, and we use this to get past this chocolate which Sonic normally can't break. This burst is going to be tight. Oh, that was so close to not getting it. If we didn't get it, then we'd have to go all the way back down and grab another burst whips to get it. But that one is normally, you're normally supposed to use Void to get that one. Unfortunately, that can be trivially skipped. Right, so now we're on 10 red rings. Okay, here we go, Act 2 now. So this stage has a sequence break as well. But this one's not so obvious. Because it requires about a 15-second detour. Okay, I wasn't intending to go that route. That is the intended way of getting the red ring. But I intended to go to the bottom route, do a reverse boost jump to get it. The sequence break is coming about here. So right here, we're going to grab the second red ring and come down here. The third red ring is right ahead, but we're blocked by a chocolate wall that we're normally supposed to use Void to eat. Because normally, there's no burst around, so normally the only way to get that is to use Void. But if you have burst, you can just break that chocolate wall and get this red ring early. That saves over a minute, because if that red ring wasn't possible without Void, we'd have no choice but to completely select any percent, then come back here later after we visit Asteroid Coaster, then come back to this level and then get that red ring with Void. With burst, you can use boost to make them go up. Right, now we're doing this, we're going to take the counter. Now we've got 15 red rings. Right, sub 2. So that saves over a minute. Because now we don't have to come back here. Okay, so now we're going to be tackling missions for the first time. Now we're going to see some familiar faces. Starting with Silver the Hedgehog. So right over here we've got get 25 wisps. And we can get those and killing enemies. So right here we can normally finish this quicker if we're doing this in time attack. But right here we need to get both of the red rings. And this red ring is right here, and it is unskippable. Okay, mission 1. Here we go. Blaze. Yes, perfect. Now we're on 19 red rings. So right now we're going to take a bit of a risky start, and here we see both Silver and Blaze. Sadly, this will be the last time we'll see of them. Here we go. So right here we're over a massive bottomless pit. There's no lethal burst here, so this is our only chance to do it. That's the first red ring. Okay. I'll cross this pit. After you go through that chocolate, and we win. And that's the next rank. Okay, boss time. Right now we want to get some boosts. Boost attack the boss and let boss cook. Quite literally because the boss is black and burnt. That's it, fellas. Sub 16. And a good end to Sweet Mountain. Right, so now we're going to go back to Tropical Resort and do the missions only. Because the only way we need to full clear these missions is to use Burst. And you're going to see very quickly why we needed Burst. Nice. Right, a bit slow on that. But still relatively fast. Right, so now we're on 23 out of 96 red rings, so almost a quarter of the way to collecting all of them. So this is pretty much Tropical Resort 2 again. Except we're going to be doing a detour to get the second red ring. Gonna do more massive slope jump. Too soon. Hope we get this clean. Smooth. We like to see. Nice, we made it. Well, we're officially over a quarter of the way there to collecting all of them. So now we're going to do mission 3, and fun fact, this stage is exactly the same as the fastest time attack route. The red rings route, that is. That jump is a bit iffy because of the gaps in the petal platforms. But sometimes the game eats your inputs because you click the jump while you're still basically on the gap. Okay, nice. 27. And now with that, Tropical Resort is done for now until we do the revisits. Because now we've reached Starlight Carnival, which is where we unlock Rocket. And over here, there is one level we have to redo because we need a later wisp to get it. And that wisp happens to be, no pun intended, a laser wisp. So right here, we're going to complete this as fast as possible, then we do this later. Because the fourth red ring in this level is laser blocked. Because there is a wall that you cannot break unless you use laser. None of Sonic's techniques work on it, and even Rocket can't break it. So in a stage where we normally can't get all the red rings, with the exception of Tropical Resort Act 1, we want to make sure we collect no red rings if we can. Because collecting red rings gets unlocked messages at the end, and when we do the revisits, they group together once we do them in level select. Oh no! Ah, that's a mistake. I was supposed to do a massive jump to get across that gap. Really massive mistake. This is not part of the plan. On this bottom route. Okay, we're back on track. One thing about this game is that it's very generous with rings. So we do not get the counter at all because we didn't get any red rings. But we will after Act 2. And after this will be officially a third of the way there. Right, restart. So push the air boost. Like that. That's what we're supposed to do. Put the rocket here. Normally one of the from using rocket, but there are a few instances where rocket actually saves time. In fact, for all but one, rocket actually saves time. That's the second one. Third one is literally just right about here. That's the third one. Fourth one's not too far out. I'm using rockets to get absolutely saves time. Right about here. Fourth one is right there. Meant to do that because we want to make sure we finish with less than 50 rings by the time we reach the end. Okay, nice. 1 of 7. Okay, so now we're going to go to Mission 2 because Mission 2 is literally right next to us. Also, hello, Knuckles. Oh, these sound very different in Japanese. With the help of Rocket, we completely destroy him in defeating enemies. Right, 34. On 34 red rings. Also, hi, Rouge. Like how they include all of the Sonic characters in this. Might be an exaggeration with all characters, but pretty much all the main characters are in this. Yes. And here we are, Orbot and Cuba are here causing trouble again. There is a quick finish to do this, but we won't be taking that away because we need to get both of the red rings here. Yes. Okay, so next up we're going to be fighting the boss. The Star Cruiser looking thing is the Orkan. So the strategy, knock as much yellow barrels as possible, get one rocket hit. We want to activate rocket after 10.3 seconds because then the Orkan will go down. Nice, 2308. Okay, nice. So we have almost all of the red rings in Sonic Carnival. And we now get this mini cutscene and unlock these next two zones, which are Planet Wisp and Aquarium Park. Unlike the previous two zones we unlocked, the order in this does matter. Because Planet Wisp is where you get Drill, and Aquarium Park is where you get Laser. And Drill also appears in Aquarium Park, but you have to unlock Drill to be able to use Drill. Because there's one red ring in Aquarium Park that's impossible to get without Drill. And I even tried and asked someone who even did a task and confirmed its impossibility. Right, so we're going to be doing Planet Wisp first, starting with Planet Wisp 1. Okay, so Drill, we control it all with the D-pad. We hold the face buttons for more speed. Ah, that sucks. But the plan was to jump. And just be able to jump on top of the loop and then jump into the red ring. Okay, so now we're going to go down here, through these pipes, and grab the third red ring along the way. The third one is... Alright, I'm going to grab this boost capsule since I'm low on boost. Because Booster Sonic, sadly, is very slow compared to Boost Sonic. Okay, nice. Right, so that's the last rocket we're going to use for this level. That was almost a clean sweep like that. Okay, so now we're at 43, we're almost halfway there. It's fun how this next zone, Planet Wisp 2, is one of the nicer Planet Wisp 2 Planet Wisp stages. And that's going to be exactly a halfway point for the red rings. That's the second red ring. You have to be on the ground to be able to grab it. Okay, good, that's good. This next one right here, literally 3. That's the third one. And go around these mines, grab a rocket. Ah, no, that was a mistake. Okay, we actually need to get up here because the fourth red ring is right up here. Okay, got the last one. That is a bit of a life risk. If we turn at the wrong time, you either miss it or get crushed and die. Okay, so officially halfway through because 48 is half of 96. Halfway with collecting the red rings. So now over here, we're going to see FBO with the Chaotic Screw. Cool guy. Right. Good. Okay, next up, mission 1. So because of structure, most apart from Tropical Resort, we do missions 2 first. We would have done the same for Tropical Resort 2, but Tropical Resort 2, Tropical Resort. Yeah, Tropical Resort, we had to redo that because we couldn't get all of them without burst. Okay, so next up we're going to be doing the boss fight first. Right, so this is a Drillinator, and there's a systematic method to beat it. So the basic quick kill strat, or should I say the simplified quick kill strat, is to stomp into its drill, then boost into it twice. That takes away enough health that it tries to heal itself. That's when the force shields go down, then we can instantly kill the boss. Now we see Vector of the Chaotic Screw. So this is different to the missions we've seen today. So this is we have to collect 5 flags in order. And the arrow that shows on the screen shows where the next flag is. The pattern is randomized. Come on, grab it. Yes. Grab and... Right, we got them all. Okay, so that's all the red rings in Planet Wisp. Now we're going to move on to Aquarium Park. Right, laser. It's going to be about here. Yes. So far, no Wisps have escaped, and none ever will, because the last one we collect, which I briefly mentioned earlier, super easy to get once you know where it goes. Right, here we go, Aquarium Park. Good. I'm going to use nice. Way to grab this with laser. That's way quicker than using drill. Someone can get it, but that's super long. Since that requires someone to go all the way to the other side and then do a slow jump to get to the back of it, since you can't go through the front because that's too high for him to jump. So I actually found that doing a laser only run of this. Right, that's all the red rings, nice. Okay, nice. That takes us up to 59. Okay, next up, Act 2. This is one of the unforgiving ones in terms of red rings. Right here, we're going to go up here, grab the first one, which is up here. Okay, good enough laser. That I call a good enough laser because it's not perfect, not the perfect laser, which is what we want for ILs. And here, the reason we need a drill to get the second red ring here, we can't even get that with laser, because there's no way to get a laser in that area. And Sonic can't go through fish circles without a power-up. We need to go down here to get the 4th red ring with laser. This last red is in this slide section. Not update the timer. 63. We've got 4 red rings. 64. That's exactly 2/3 what we need. Okay, so next we're going to be tackling the mission, starting with, once again, mission 2. And here's Amy. And Sonic is not looking too easy. But the route is almost the same as any percent. Okay, so that's the not so good laser. We lost quite a bit of time for that. I'm on the time limit, so we want to make sure we get timer so the time doesn't run out. If the time runs out, we automatically die and we have to start the mission over. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention at the start is that I got this game with the Japanese voices. This is purely for preference. It doesn't speed you up or slow you down, but I personally prefer the Japanese announcer than the English one, which is why I use it often. Okay, next up, Big the Cat. Hello, Big. So the only time I played the Big is in Sonic Chronicles. I like how they made him there. Sadly, Big here is an NPC like with all the other characters. But it's good that we get to see him at least. We're also going to be using the laser shortcut. That's much quicker than using Joe. Good. Okay, so we're going to tackle this boss. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad it's region 3. I can put in like Spanish or whichever voices I want. I still read it in English. I was gonna miss that. Headshot, nice. Wow, nice. That was good. That was very good. Okay, so last one from Current Block, we're going to be tackling the one-pack level of the stage, which is 5-3. Where we see both Amy and Big. And give Amy a round of seconds with a little show we put for her. That's the final laser we use. Yes. Now that you've got exactly 70 red rings, and we have all wishes apart from the very last one, we can now do our revisit. Start with Tropical Resort 1. Let's go. Looking good. That's the first red ring we didn't get earlier. Much as you see, it is possible. But it would have been slower to walk back up that hill. Now we can actually have use of these Ferris wheels because burst fire can activate them. We need to burst jump up. For some reason, if you don't do that... Oh crap! That could have been very bad. Next up, Tropical Resort 2. Okay, we're going to run underwater and do a nice slip jump here. I was close to not making the rail. I missed the trick rings. Right, that's the last one, which I got a reverse boost jump. And that's 3 red wings we got. Next up, we go Starlight Carnival 1, where we have laser now. But it's funny that the only rules we need for the revisits are burst and laser. We need a lot more of that in the Wii version. I think we need one more. I think we need a drill, spike, and frenzy for the revisits in the Wii version. Nice. Let me get this nice sweep right up here. Got it. And this gap is no problem with laser. And that laser angle I use in ILs. It becomes very useful here. And that's the wall that's causing us problems. You need lasers to break that wall with the purple border. Then we need to hug this left wall and grab this last red ring, and we finish. Right, so that takes us to 81. Right, so we're almost done with the red rings. Actually, yeah, I miscounted one. I was supposed to be put 2 for Tropical Resort because we collected 1, 3, and 4, so it's only 2 and 5 we collected. So I need to start the count by 1 to 80. Right, it's proper start. First red ring, pretty trivial right here. Now we're going to go here as fast as possible to see if we can get the void break. What's the void break? There's a wall up ahead that we're normally supposed to break as laser, but if we're fast enough with void, we can break this upcoming wall here and collect the thread ring. Got it. That by far is the quickest way to collect the thread ring. And this makes the setup so easy. That's a third red ring right there. And you can't even see that one unless you use laser or void to get up there. Nice. We want to go void here. We need to go through this blockage, this giant machine, and only Big Void can suck it in. Oh, oh. Okay, let's hope this works. Got it. Oh. Made it. That was quite risky. Okay, so next up we've got Act 2, which is even more deadly. So without those fans, you do need the power up to go through those fans. So Sonic just gets blocked out. You can't even damage boost through them. He just gets completely blocked out. But you have to take the bottom route. Even though it's slightly slower. But then we make up for it by skipping that roller coaster. Alright, seems like we're going the slow route. Since I boosted when I wasn't supposed to. Okay, here we go, here we go. Bonehead chase. So it's very important we spin dash before we make that jump. Otherwise you won't not get enough height because you need to cancel out the momentum from the dash panel. Right, nice and easy. Get up here, get that red ring. Right, got it. That's quicker than using Void, even though it's not by much. About 2 seconds faster. We can normally make it up there without getting that extra Void capsule, but because I missed cycles, I need to get it. Right, I can update the counter to 90. Because we cannot skip this roller coaster. We literally only have 6 red rings to go. And you haven't guessed already, those T-Rex goals are instant kill. Okay. So now we're on to the missions. We're going to be doing, this time we're going to be doing all the missions, so I can showcase a reward for getting all the red rings. Ah, who could forget? Shadow the Hedgehog is here. Good. Oh yeah. Hello, Omega. He's here casually gathering data. Not sure about the ruggling just yet. We got this one right here. They're gonna go down and grab the fourth one. Whoa. That was dangerously close to the lava.
Okay.
Now we have both Shadow and Omega, and we're trying to investigate Eggman's plan, which we've seen from some intel. So what this means is that we've got to go to Astro Coastal 1 again, only we're not allowed to die at any point. So in mission mode, it may not be immediately obvious, but there are no checkpoints here at all. So we've got to complete this without dying. Right, void break these, void break. Got it. It's also good to get that. That sometimes has been iffy. This is so we've only got 2 red rings to go until we have every single red ring. So this game puts a string there. Because if you forget to slide, you will die by getting eaten by that T-Rex skull. Right, that's all of them. Nice. Right, so that's the message we get from getting all the red rings. Now we're going to go out and we're going to get a reward, which is Infinite Boost. So normally we have to attack this boss without boost, and then again with boost to get void. Alright. So yeah, for that boss we literally eat it alive. And it's technically alive because it's got a little bit of health left. You can say, so now we're going to go down here and face our final boss. Here we go, terminal velocity. Let's go. This is the top-down running segment. Let's see if we can get this perfect. Good. Good. Perfect. Let's go. Let's go. So right here, we're literally just going to be just cheesing this boss. And we have a massive 300 minutes just by that running section. And 99 lives. We got that a while ago. But I thought I'd like to bring that up. The game is simple. We need to wait for the boss to be vulnerable and attack it with boost. Get a perfect terminal velocity, but the boost takes care of itself. But over here, we've got infinite boost. The same would work in any percent where we don't have infinite boost. But infinite boost just gives us the opportunity that we can get away with missing capsules. Boost capsules. There we go. Okay, so time will stop. Time will be when the final score screen disappears, not when I get this final hit. Okay, and we use everything we've learned. Counter his dark laser. Okay, get ready for it. It's going to be within a second. Right, here we go. The boss is done. And time. So that's it. That's Sonic Colors DS, all red rings. Done in just over 53 minutes. So we had 2 minutes to spare.
Yeah.
Hope you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this run. Oh, what were you going to say, Toto?
Well, with that, we officially kicked up off our Sonic block. We will be right back with Sonic Adventures. 3 runs of Sonic Adventures back to back. And yeah, with that, do you have any final words?
Yeah. Shout out to all the other Sonic runners that also speedrun the game. That will be Kirby Master, who runs all 3 games. Diamond, who ran Colors DS 70% a while ago, got a very good time, and also Sonic Rush. Also Vince, who runs Sonic Rush, who got a very good time there, and also Nameless, who namely runs Blaze. And yeah, Nameless normally runs Blaze in Rush Adventure, and got pretty good times in those as well. And also shout out to the Sonic Rush, not just the Sonic Rush community, the Sonic Speedrunner community as well. So yeah, thank you for your appreciation and the great work. And I enjoyed running this. And it wouldn't be nearly as enjoyable without all of you. So thank you. And also thank you, Toto, for having me on to run this.
Yeah. With that, we are going to the intermission screen and we'll set up the next runner.